Greetings, Japan fans! In today's show, we're going to be looking at the culture champions and what they're doing in their workplaces. Maishu, arigatou gozaimasu, and welcome back to the Leadership Japan series. I'm your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, the president of Dale Carnegie Train Japan, and the best-selling author, Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. We are broadcasting around the world from Minato-ku in the center of Tokyo, the leadership capital of Japan. Now this podcast brings insights, examples, experience about leading in Japan, and trust me, it is different here. If you have feedback on the show or preferences about potential future topics, then don't forget to leave us your comments. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and share this podcast. Here's the daily lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentation Japan series. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And on Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, before we get going, this week's handy Japanese phrase is seiko. Now, this is when things are going really well. If you ask your friend, how was the movie, or how was the workout at the gym, or how was the meal in the restaurant, it was really, really good. You just say seiko, 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 seiko. It means it's a superlative. It means really, really good. Seiko, seiko. Last week we did the opposite, saite, which is like really, really bad. This is the opposite now. Really good, seiko. Now, if you're dealing with a client, you're not going to say seiko. It's too informal. If you're dealing with a client and something's really good, you're going to say, totomo ii desu ne. Totomo subarashi desu ne. You're going to say something like that. But with your friends, you want to say it's really good, you just say seiko, seiko, seiko. This is episode number 369, and we're talking about how to join the Culture Champion Workplaces, Part 3. In Part 2, we have looked at getting engagement, having transparency, and the impact of tech. One issue can be the lack of means to measure whether what the big bosses are saying is actually happening or not. The Culture Champions do measure and track progress so they can correct issues. These can be staff anonymous postings on specialty, externally hosted third-party sites that allow the team to freely talk about problems with no fear of attribution. Staff satisfaction and engagement surveys also work. In the old days, these used to be every couple of years, but in some cases, companies are doing light versions every quarter. When COVID-19 settles down, we are all returning back to the war for talent. Recruit and retain will again become major concerns of the organization's leaders. An attractive culture is a strong enabler in being successful in this regard. How will you fare in this talent grab scrap? The research we did was interesting because even though the culture champions and the rest both said that culture is a priority, 95% of the culture champions compared to 75% of the rest recognized it and saw that it had a strong impact on engagement. Mystifyingly, only 72% of the rest compared to 91% of the culture champions connected the importance of employee engagement to achieving strong financial performance. In fact, regarding the connection of culture to delivering financial performance, only 62% of the rest thought it had a strong impact compared to 89% of the culture champions. How about at your firm? Are your leaders making a connection between the company culture and engagement, and between engagement and financial performance? The culture champions, when considering why they had a strong corporate culture, attributed it to creating a strong customer focus, 52%, developing and maintaining trust and leadership, 46%, providing corporate training, 46%, and providing a clear strategy and goals, 44%. If we compare the priorities of your own organisation, how important would these elements be, and to what extent do you think you can create a strong corporate culture without them? Are you taking action to improve your company's culture? In the example of the Culture Champions, they reported in the survey that 86% had taken recent specific measures to improve it, whereas only 63% of the rest had done so. As Dale Carnegie has said, knowledge is not power until it is applied. After absorbing the results of this global survey, are you going to apply the results to build your own company's culture? Find out more when we come back from the break. Now, today's show is brought to you by our public courses, but we also have custom in-house programs. We do these online, we do them in person in the classroom, we do them in English, we do them in Japanese. Now, today's show is sponsored by, on the 31st of July, Lead Change Effectively. That's an online program. On the 17th and 18th of August, we have our high impact presentations. That's in the classroom. On the 20th of August, we have Successful Public Speaking. And on the 21st of August, online, we have Goal Setting and Accountability. Now, what's the difference between the high impact presentations and the Successful Public Speaking? Successful Public Speaking is a one-day program that deals with how to open and how to structure, how to provide the evidence, how to do the closes, how to do your visuals, how to deal with the Q&A, all that type of thing. High impact presentations, 2 instructors, 2 days, everything videoed, much, much, much higher level looking at things, and massive coaching, massive coaching. Depends what degree of help you need. We've got both. Now, our website is full of useful resources. You get more details on their programs. Go to enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. You can also email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching videos, we've got over 960 for you at Japan Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show in Japan, comes out every Monday. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show, and now on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders who are going all the way from small and medium enterprises right up to the corporate captains of industry on the topic of leading in Japan. Don't forget, get my book, Japan Sales Mastery. That's the Bible for selling in Japan, and my new book, How to Master Business in Japan, Japan Business Mastery. Welcome back. There were 4 clear steps for the C-suite leaders to work on as a result of the research findings. 1, ensure there is a broad understanding of the financial impact of culture amongst the senior leaders. 2, clarify whether the leadership team truly believes in the value of an engaging culture. 3, check to what regard the leadership team has a firm grip on the culture in its current state in the organisation. And 4, explore how the current culture aligns with the challenges of COVID-19, and are there any changes to be made? For the HR professionals, there's a lot of work to do. Are your current initiatives reinforcing or eroding the corporate culture you are trying to create? What are you doing to strengthen the culture you want and eliminate the aspects you don't want? Have you developed any culture metrics? Do you hold the leaders accountable for the culture of the organization? Are your own HR colleagues fully bought into these ideas? Are your training and HR policies strengthening the culture? These are weighty matters, and I repeat this insight. As much as half of the difference in operating profit between organizations can be attributed to effective cultures. That gets my attention, I can tell you. It is obvious we should all join the ranks of the culture champions on the sunny uplands and let our competitors get stuck down there fighting it out with each other in the mud and the blood. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then tell your family, friends and colleagues. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe and share this podcast. You can contact me at greg.story@dalecunny.com. A lot of great stuff on our website, enjapan.dalecunny.com. Until the next episode, take what you thought valuable, put into action, because idea application is what makes winners winners, so be one of them. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy here in Japan, ready to help you grow your business.